With the world economy in a fragile state, top corporations must adapt to survive. The bosses of some of Canada's biggest companies are about to take extreme action. To stay ahead of the game, they're going undercover in their own organizations. This week, a nursing tradition fights for a future.
We have to make some very tough decisions.
But does the CEO have the healing touch?
Oh, God, I can't even take a blood pressure.
Does she know how to put it on?
Okay, I'm quitting.
The Victorian Order of Nurses is one of the oldest organizations in Canada. The company provides nursing care for people in their own homes and across communities. And with the baby boomers getting older, it's become a booming business. Now others are on the doorstep.
There are thousands competing to get a piece of the action.
Judith Shamian is about to take the most important step in VON's 115-year history. She's ditching designer duds for nursing scrubs.
It's totally wild.
To work under an assumed identity.
I'm Esther.
In the process, she'll be confronted with the brutal consequences of her boardroom decisions.
There's problems with scheduling in London.
And then,
You look awfully familiar.
just hours into her secret surveillance,
Steve, wait a minute.
she'll be forced to make one of the most dramatic interventions of the season.
You can't tell anyone.
When Judith's tour of duty is over, she'll resume her role as CEO and do something for these hard workers that they'll never forget.
This happened to me.
Because this is Undercover Boss Canada. The Victorian Order of Nurses, founded by Lady Aberdeen, has been a staple of Canadian home health care since 1897. Today, it takes a staff of over 14,000 nurses, care workers, and volunteers to run everything from Meals on Wheels to assisted living and medical support. It's a lifeline.
People get well at home and they don't want to go to the hospital. They want to be with their family in their own environment. And that's where VON comes into the picture. As the CEO, you do not run a national organization sitting in a headquarters. It's a recipe to failure. I live on planes. My work philosophy is I work, and crash on the Sabbath.
But at home, she finds love and support.
I am very blessed. I have an amazing family. I have a husband I've been married to for 40 years. We have 3 daughters, and collectively, between the 3 of them, my husband and I have 15 grandchildren. We are a happy clan. When I sit down with everyone and I look around the table and I think of my father, I get tears in my eyes. I'm born in Hungary, grew up in Israel, and been living in Canada since 1975. My parents are Holocaust survivors who came back from the war, and the families that they had before all perished. They married later in life. They had 1 child, and that's me. My mother came back from the war, chronically disabled for life, and the ambulance drivers became my extended family because I would be the one to call them to get the attention that I believed my mother needed to get. So I am a nurse today, to great measure, I think, from those experiences, which makes me wake up every day and make me feel like I have to make a difference. The burden of the baby boomers on the Canadian healthcare system will be dependent on what we do the next 5 to 10 years. We need to strengthen the home and community care elements of the system. The baby boomers will be far less of a burden than if we keep everything the way it is now.
And the situation facing VON has never been more fragile.
VON is publicly funded, not for profit. The bulk of our revenue comes from government contracts.
Contracts, which have been harder and harder to win after deregulation in the 90s.
VON used to be the only player in the country who provided home care. Currently, there are thousands of providers. It's much harder to get the contracts. What will happen if we lose too many contracts to the competition? You go under. As the CEO, I am responsible, accountable, to make sure that VON is the best it can be.
And now, she's about to do something unprecedented.
So I have made a very difficult decision. My decision is to step down. Just for a week. I'm going undercover to see how the system works, because I think just watching it is very different than actually doing it. So I'm counting on your support. Thank you very much for coming.
Good luck, Judy. I think it will be energizing for the organization because it will connect Judith so intimately with what's happening.
I do worry about people recognizing her, and that's, you know, my one concern.
Judith's life is about to look remarkably different. She's about to don a disguise to spy on her staff.
My undercover story is that I will be Esther Grinfeld, grandmother and a wife who immigrated 6 years ago from Hungary. And now I'm ready to enter the workforce. And I want to learn about how the work is being done in this country.
I just think it's totally wild.
Judith is my closest friend. I can't wait to see her, to see if I really won't recognize her.
When she told me about going undercover, and I said, how? Because everybody knows you because you visit so many places.
Love to see her coming out looking like a sexy young nurse. Oh, God.
So, what do you think?
I think you've become a teenager.
It's so weird. Judy always has a sincere and take charge look. The glasses changed that.
So this is Esther. Don't you like Esther?
Really got Esther. Unbelievable. I think Judy look different completely. Miss you.
See you in a week.
I am a bit anxious about going undercover. I am a very good CEO. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be a pretty lousy frontline worker.
Coming up, has the former nurse still got her old bedside manner?
Are you falling behind?
Oh, yeah, we're very behind.
And later, chaos in the kitchen.
Someone's in the kitchen with Esther.
Yesterday, Judith Shamian was the CEO of the Victorian Order of Nurses. For the rest of the week, she'll be working on the nursing frontline in disguise.
Putting on uniforms again brings back wonderful memories. I didn't realize how much I missed it.
And here is Esther.
Nurses in home care today at VON, they are stretched to the limit. I need to find out today, what can we do to make their life better? The better the quality of the care, the happier the clients, the happier the staff is, the more contracts we will get. Good morning.
She's spending the day with Julian, a nurse who has no idea his trainee is actually his boss.
All right, we're off.
What made you choose to work for VON?
Oh, because I didn't like the whole hospital setting. I don't know, clients don't really have any control there.
So how many patients a day the list will have, usually?
12, 13, usually about half an hour each one, but it could go longer. You never know what might happen, right?
Julian's first patient of the day is Jeff, who is post-op and needs care.
Jeff's awake.
Hi, Jeff. I'm Esther.
All right.
She's a Hungarian nurse.
Okay.
He's here to change a dressing and puts Judith straight to work.
You can do the nose. Yeah, just go nice and slow on that.
I'm very nervous. I don't know what you do, I'm afraid to pull his skin. Taking off a Band-Aid could create a bruise on his nose that could take weeks to heal, or, God forbid, can get infected.
You gotta get up.
Could you put that spray on it? I'm supposed to be there to help, not to make a mess of things.
Holds it on. There you go.
Always on a time crunch, the pressure is on to get to the next patient.
It was nice to meet you. Take care.
This lady right now we're visiting every day.
I'm a nurse. So you spend a lot of time in the healthcare system.
Oh, I can't.
So
Esther's very much into the talking with the clients, which I noticed, which is a huge part of nursing. All she needs more is speed. You can't spend as long talking. Unfortunately, as much as you'd like to talk to everyone for a long time, you just can't because you'd never have enough time in the day. You've got to get to the next client, the next client, the next client. I'm on my way. Your whole days, you're not going to be able to see everyone.
So are you falling behind?
Oh, yeah, we're very behind. I got to make a couple of phone calls, though.
Okay.
To the head office. Oh, our head office used to be in Thunder Bay. All of our planning and everything's done in London now.
Uh-huh.
So when that first happened, I was calling all the time on my cell phone and ended up with a $300 cell phone bill.
Wow. It is interesting to listen to Julian what kind of expenses he incurs because of his schedule. Those are all his expenses. If you work in a hospital, you don't have those expenses. We need to look into it and make some changes.
Not only is it costing him money, it is costing him valuable time to call central booking in London, Ontario. He's not been given enough time to make his next appointment.
Okay, let's not worry about that now because it just stresses me out. The scheduling, some things have been going wrong. Sometimes I'll have too many people I have to see all at once. Like, they'll have me scheduled for one person at 8 in the morning and the next person for 8:15. So there's no possible way I can get to them both. So I'll have to call them and say, well, sorry, I can't get there at that time. And that way we get to see them all on late sometimes. They get mad.
Don't you get any breaks?
We're meant to get a half-hour break. Usually I have my lunch in the back and I'll eat as I go because I'd be too far behind.
So you would like to see it redone?
But I'd love it to come back here again. It was much better.
Listening to Julian, it's clear that the scheduling system that we are using now is not the best scheduling system. Many of the decisions I have made have been very good, but there are some that definitely we need to change so they support staff rather than hinder their work. So what are your hobbies?
Oh, hobbies. I'm a nerd. I collect stamps.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really nerdy thing to do, though, I know.
Why? My
Stamps?
father
Oh,
used
so
to be
nerdy.
a huge stamp collector.
Did he?
And in Hungary, he actually went every Sunday to a stamp club.
Oh, that's really nerdy. That's more nerdy than I am.
And I have boxes
Yeah.
of stamps that he collected somewhere.
Oh, you're probably rich then.
After a hectic 9-hour shift, Julian's checking in on his final patient.
Nursing is probably the only profession that puts you in a very direct contact and relationship with a person when they are the most vulnerable.
Are you feeling lonely or anything like that?
Let's see now. Yeah.
Still like that, eh?
Julian is a great asset for VON. He's very energetic, the clients love him, and he is just doing a terrific job. How do you feel when you go into places like this?
Yeah, you get sad sometimes to them. I try and do things from I know as nursing you're not meant to buy things, but I get him a coffee now and again from Tim's and that, right? Because he has no money, but I know in nursing you're not meant to do that. But
you know what? You do what you
every
think
now and
that
again,
is good for
his
your
birthday,
patients.
he got nothing. So I bought him a Tim's card, yeah. It's hard seeing sick people all the time. Yeah, I take it home with me, especially if you're a very caring person. You always seeing sick people, so that stays on you. You don't never leave it.
Human suffering. It was really hard to see it all. On the other hand, the joy of it was to see what VON does for all those people. There is far more demand on the services than we can deliver. We could deliver more if the funding would be there. And it's a bigger problem than VON.
Coming up,
Oh my God.
Judith is forced to make a shocking revelation.
You can't tell anyone.
Undercover boss Judith Shamian has ditched her designer duds for nursing scrubs.
And here is Esther.
But has she lost the healing touch?
Oh.
Today, she is in Windsor, Ontario, for a second day of work on the front line to give the Victorian Order of Nurses a health check.
I absolutely want to make sure that we're doing things right and get some ideas of how we can do it even better. I'm going to a supportive housing building in Windsor, and I will work with a personal support worker. Most people want to live on their own, and they have the ability to do so because they have the support of the personal support worker. Hi, Angela. So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
She'll be working with Angela, who is about to put Judith through her paces.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Did you have a good night last night?
Yes, I really did.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
PSWs are not registered nurses, but their role is vitally important.
Everyone kind of gives us a stigma, oh, you're just do house cleaning. You're there for everything that person may need at that moment, medically, emotionally, physically.
Not very competent at this.
They're on a tight time schedule. Angela must visit every one of her 15 patients by noon.
It's hard work for PSWs.
Good morning. Hi, Marion.
Hi. They have to juggle multiple needs. There are surprises all the time.
So we're gonna wash out the bathroom.
And I guess you scrub it. What's about the cleaning? They have to do all this cleaning. In 1 minute, you might be scrubbing the bath. On the other minute, you're taking blood pressure. Oh my God, I can't even take a blood pressure.
Neither can I.
Secret CEO Judith is struggling with the multitasking.
Be done.
So much to remember.
There is a lot to remember, and you're not going, it's a lot to fit into a short time.
So you will tell your supervisor if I'm any good or not. That's scary.
Esther is a work in progress, but I do believe Esther would need more training.
PSWs are there to assist with the day-to-day, but encouraging at-home independence is the reason their clients have signed on with VON.
I want to be independent as much as I could.
So when I'm a PSW, I should help patients to learn to take care of themselves.
That's right.
I'm used to be doing everything for myself, so...
And you can do it because of people like Angela and the VON.
Yeah, these girls are excellent service.
If we had more funding, we'd be able to have more PSWs and more people could benefit from this program because there's a great need for the program.
Organizations like VON could look after them. The reason we stretched is that we don't have more funds to do more.
The challenge for me as the CEO is to figure out
how to deliver more and more services for less and less.
To meet you. Thank you so much.
Oh, good morning.
Yes.
Good
How
morning.
are you doing?
Hello.
Jacques is a diabetic who needs his meals carefully prepared and on the table on
We
time.
prepare his breakfast and his supper. With those two things in place, it has regulated his sugar long term.
So are we making you some food right now?
You are. Just a couple of scrambled eggs, put them in the microwave with a little butter and milk on them, and that's it.
Is that what we're doing? I have never done scrambled eggs in the microwave before.
No salt or pepper. I'll do that myself.
Put it in for a minute, and then I fluff it up. You can always put it in for a little longer if we have
Yeah, a little bit longer than it takes.
Okay, it doesn't seem to...
Put 0, 0.
Doing the scrambled eggs in the microwave, it took a while.
Okay, clear it.
I feel like we need a manual of all the different microwaves in the world to get the microwave going.
Does she know how to put it on?
She's learning. It's not starting. The microwave was definitely a new experience for me. It's quite enlightening. Hey, it's working. And how do I make the toast?
In the toaster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we've been running nonstop.
Yes, I know. We have to treasure these moments. I have to answer.
Hey, Angela,
hello.
how you doing?
Oh, my God.
Nice to see you.
Thanks.
Steve is one of the leading directors in Windsor. And I just know that he will recognize me.
Must be...
Okay, my cover is blown.
Coming up,
Steve, wait a minute.
a desperate 911.
What's going on? What are you doing?
Can't tell anyone.
And later, the pain
Do you feel you need an ambulance?
and pleasure of life on the road.
I could do it forever because it makes them so happy.
Judith Shamian, the boss of VON, has been working in Windsor, Ontario with Angela. But she's just had a surprise visit from a regional manager.
Must be...
Esther.
Esther, Steve Brown, nice to meet you. Do you have any questions or anything I can help with?
Yeah, I want to know if you have open jobs for PSWs.
We do, yeah. Yeah, we're always recruiting, and you can apply directly through there.
Okay.
Sherry Kipp, our supervisor.
Okay, my cover is blown.
We've got to get back to our schedule.
I just have to pick up something from my car, if you don't mind. Steve, wait a minute. Steve?
Oh, hello there. You look awfully familiar. How you doing? I walked in, I said to myself, yeah, something's not quite right here. This looks familiar.
Yeah.
What's going on? What are you doing?
I'm going undercover
Okay.
to see what's going on, but you can't tell anyone.
Okay. My lips are sealed. Yeah, a little bit of a shock and a surprise there, but hey.
But you were a great sport. You
It's
have
a
a
shock.
future in acting.
Hey, sounds good. Thanks, Esther.
Crisis averted, she can now get back to Angela.
So tell me about yourself. What made you choose healthcare?
I thought about healthcare because my daughter was really, really sick.
Oh, really?
So I was very inspired, I guess, by the people that helped her. She had ulcerative colitis.
Oh, that's hard.
After 3 weeks, she had lost 30 pounds.
Oh, my God.
She was going to the bathroom 21 times a day.
Oh, no.
And it was pure blood. I could see her slipping away because she had lost so much blood.
Oh.
So we drove her ourselves to London. When we got there, they said if we would have waited, she would have been in a coma. And we had a team of doctors. They got her on the road on the right track. And now she's 25 and she's healthy. Besides, she's got to watch what she eats.
So that pushed you to go into...
That was part of it, and my aging parents as well. I wanted to, as they got older, be able to support them. And my dad died of liver cancer 2 years ago. In that time, he expressed he didn't ever want to be in a hospital. He wanted to die at home. Thankfully, with my education, I was able to support him with that. So he died at home peacefully with my palliative care experience, and he was very happy and content. So I have peace knowing that I fulfilled his wishes.
It is very hard to be the one who support your parent. It reminded me my role as a child with my mother, and it really touched my heart.
We should probably get back to the clients.
Let's go.
Okay.
They're making another call to Marion. Her blood pressure is suddenly up, and they may have a medical emergency on their hands.
Yeah, I find your speech is different today.
I know.
And I'm concerned.
Is it
because, yes.
I might have had a little stroke or something.
Yeah.
Like,
At this time, do you feel you need an ambulance?
no, no.
No. Okay. I know.
Right.
But if we feel you need it, we're going to do it no matter what.
You'll do it anyhow.
You're just worried that you may be starting a stroke?
If she's asking to be checked, I really do want her to be checked. If I felt that she needed an ambulance, I would be pressing Lifeline right now. It's something that I think we need to monitor.
Angela's assessment was excellent. The PSWs play a very, very important role, and part of it was a revelation to me. While they do a lot of the support, they also play a medical role, which I am not sure that they are sufficiently prepared for.
We try to keep as educated as possible. They're trying to regulate us. I think that would be awesome. Then VON could win a lot more contracts,
Yes.
a lot more funding would be available.
We should examine if we provide sufficient education. We have to look into it.
I'm gonna be back in an hour.
Okay.
But in that hour, if you just feel a little bit different,
Yeah.
I'm coming, okay?
Okay, thank
so
you.
So press your button,
Yeah.
okay? Are you tired?
Yeah.
It's been quite a day.
It's been a long day, but very educational and interesting. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome. Oh.
I'm thrilled I went undercover today. I have generated a list of ideas that I can't wait to share with my executives. I'm excited about tomorrow and what I will be learning about VON.
Coming up.
He wanted to know if you've ever skinned a moose.
Okay, I'm quitting.
And later, how will Angela react when she finds out her trainee is actually her boss?
I'm Judith Shamian. I'm the CEO of VON Canada.
Judith Shamian, the CEO of the Victorian Order of Nurses, is discovering that it's tough work being on the front line.
Oh! Does she know how to put it on?
But using an assumed identity has given her a chance to find out who the real unsung heroes in the company are.
I'm going today to visit an adult day program where families can drop their loved ones for the day. VON is one of the few organizations that have this type of programs. And today I would like to find out how can we make it more accessible. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm Esther.
She'll be working with Monique, a recent arrival to VON.
This is my hometown, and I always wanted to come back. And I saw this job advertised, and I thought, I want to try this. And so I took a leap of faith, and I tried it, and I love it. So I hope you do, too.
I hope so, too.
We're able to keep people at home longer because they are staying active. We love to sing and dance, and it relaxes people and it brings back memories. Some of the ladies here and some of the gentlemen love to dance, and so if you'd like to get up and dance with someone, that would be wonderful.
When I was asked to dance, I thought, okay, I'm quitting. I don't dance. You can show me what I have to do. I have no idea.
Just sway back and forth.
It's not my favorite activity, and if I am to dance, I just like to hop around like a goat. It was probably the most embarrassing moment.
If I was to give Esther some advice, I would just say we do things all the time that we're not comfortable doing, and the clients get a big kick out of it. I know she's nervous, but just get up there and do it anyway. It would be very nice to have our dancers up again. Oh, I come from Alabama.
I focused on the facial expression of the clients, and they loved it. So that helped me to deal with my personal embarrassment and feel like, yeah, I could do it forever because it makes them so happy.
After some dancing, Monique kicks things up with more exercise. The program's designed to keep seniors engaged through a little light activity.
All this tangerine. They do a phenomenal amount of hard work. They have to switch from 1 minute having an interaction and discussion.
He wanted to know if you've ever skinned a moose.
Oh no, I never even seen a moose. The next minute, they're taking somebody to the bathroom. It is incredibly complicated and hard job. I think I am keeping up pretty good and enjoying it. I felt terrible.
Someone's in the kitchen with Esther.
And I can't even do a simple task without destroying some stuff.
Just put it right in there.
Right there.
Yep.
Okay, how are you doing?
That's perfect. You just saved that little violet's life. So Esther, what do you think of our day program so far?
I probably was expecting more like people sitting around, not doing much. And it's amazing. How are you doing? It's really hard to find people who are full of energy, bubbly, excited, and makes the seniors feel like they are the most important individuals. Monique is a terrific asset to VON. And how often you come to the program?
I come once a week on Thursday.
Every Thursday.
I used to come Thursday and Friday, but we have a hard time getting volunteer drivers to bring you because I don't have a car.
Yeah, transportation is an issue in Truro.
Yeah.
I've gone to our board and said we need a bus.
Yeah.
We need a bus.
That's interesting. Yeah. Transportation is an essential element of a successful adult day program. What we need to look into is how to increase the number of volunteers here so clients can be taken both for outings and to come to the program.
Monique has made a personal sacrifice to run the adult day program.
Your husband?
He's in Halifax. He is at home today fixing up our kitchen. Hopefully someone in Halifax will buy it up.
And it must be hard that your husband is not here during the week.
I'm lucky that I have my parents. We go home to Halifax every weekend to see him. We're
So you
always
feel like
living
a
out of our
single mom?
suitcase, yes.
Yeah. You and your husband get to go away?
We've never gone away.
What do you mean never? You went on a honeymoon?
We didn't go on a honeymoon.
You didn't go on a honeymoon?
No, we didn't go on a honeymoon.
How come?
Well, I only had a few days off from work.
Because you didn't work for VON, right?
No, that's right. You know, after we got married, we had our 2 children, so...
Oh, yeah.
You know, it hasn't happened, but it will. We will.
It's amazing to see how someone who is so devoted to making others feel so special never finds time for themselves.
I really enjoyed spending the day with you. You were a natural. Thank you.
It's been a very good day. Take care. There are some things we need to look at. Transportation, increasing the numbers. I can see how we can move forward.
Coming up.
Whoops. We went too far.
A map mix-up.
Oh, I'm lost.
And a race against time. Judith Shamian is in charge of Canada's oldest nursing order. She knows it's stressful at the top, but she's never had a week like this.
Oh. I can't even take a blood pressure. It was really hard.
Now she's about to meet volunteers from one of VON's most popular programs.
Meals on Wheels is a very important component of people staying at home. If you cannot eat, you're not going to stay at home.
In a typical day, up to 200 meals are delivered in Windsor, ready for lunchtime.
Volunteers are an integral part to it. Today, I'm going to find out how can we do more to recruit volunteers to VON.
Good morning.
I'm Esther.
I'm Ann. Nice to meet you.
How do you do? Steve is my name.
Ann and Steve begin their day at 9:30 in order to deliver their 15 trays of hot meals.
Meals on Wheels.
That's a delivery every 10 minutes.
Absolutely. Some of the clients that waiting for their meals have different illnesses. So it's important for us to be on time and make sure that we don't disappoint.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, nice.
Hi.
The program is designed to help with nutrition, but also provides regular social contact.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're
Enjoy
welcome,
your
dear.
meal.
Thank you.
You see people that may not see anybody except us all week, maybe, or all day. And to them, a touch means so much. And that's why I give hugs.
You give hugs?
I give hugs. Yeah. I don't know who gets more out of it, them or me.
You've been doing this for 12 years?
Around 12 years, yes.
And you keep coming back and doing it?
Keep coming back, yes.
Continuous.
Do you think that VON needs more volunteers?
Oh, yes, very much so. We mention it wherever we go.
It's drivers that we need so badly.
And today, because of a shortage of volunteer drivers, Ann and Steve have a new route, taking them in an unfamiliar direction.
Am I in the wrong street now?
I have no idea, Steve. That's up to you.
We got to get to
16, 13.
16, so I got to go down a ways anyway, so I hope I can get over there.
Okay.
Whoops.
So
we went too far. Uh-oh, I'm lost. Nuts.
With the meals quickly cooling, they need to make up for lost time.
Steve was sent to locations that he has not gone to before.
And give me that map in the back.
Here it is.
Yeah, I'm going to find out where I'm at now.
And what VON gave him is a big paper map. This is the 21st century. Have we heard about GPSs? I definitely need to take back the experience to my senior management and think about how we can make it better.
Finally, they find their way. But Ann is worried about VON attracting more volunteers.
All I can say is get more out into the public eye. I think that's important.
So you think the VON should do some more marketing and promotion?
Yes.
Recruiting and getting more volunteers is a constant challenge. Taking their suggestion to market is exactly the right way to go.
Meals on Wheels.
Oh, it's about time.
It's about, are you getting hungry?
Where have you been?
I've been gallivanting all over Windsor. How are you, kid?
Thank you. Ann and Steve are absolutely unbelievable individuals. They become part of the family of those individuals that they serve. I just cannot imagine people doing more generous, kindest things than they doing.
Okay, now we go to our place now.
Do you guys take vacation away from Windsor during the year?
We used to. We don't anymore.
We're also avid golfers. We enjoy playing golf with our grandkids.
When do you find time? And you're quite a baker. I love these cookies.
Very nice.
Did you learn baking at home?
From my grandmother and my mother, yes.
Where your grandmother came from? Where did she live?
She came from Yugoslavia. I came here in 1951, which was after the war.
Where were you during the war?
I was in an extermination camp.
How old were you?
5.5.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, they took my mother and put her into a coal mine in Siberia. My father, of course, was in a war. My grandfather had to dig his own grave, and then they shot him in. And all there was left was just the grandparents, old men, old women, and kids. And they said, okay, so and so many of you stay in this little bombed-out place. They just dropped us off and left us. No one gave us anything to eat. They just said, find a place to stay. So we did eat for a while, as long as they were there, cats and dogs, until they were gone. And then we ate birds.
So how did you come to Canada after that?
The International Red Cross helped me.
All this makes her appreciate that much more of being able to do food for the people
others.
here.
That's true.
It comes around.
Anne's childhood experience in not having any food were just incredibly difficult to take. On the other hand, there is no question that because of that experience, she's currently feeding the universe.
Group hug.
Oh, all right.
It's not just the end of Judith's day. It's her last one working undercover.
The week probably has been the most incredible experience in my lifetime. I can't wait to spend a significant amount of time with my senior management and share with them the long list of things that I learned and I would like us to do. This will help me to take VON to the next stage.
Coming up, Angela, Julian, Monique, Anne, and Steve head to HQ. They're about to find out that their Esther has a secret identity. Judith Shamian is back in the boardroom. Her team is anxious to find out what she's discovered.
It has been the most incredible week that I could have asked for.
Our staff talked about some challenges. Scheduling came up. They would like to have more control over their scheduling. And the whole notion of how we recruit volunteers is something we have to look at. We have an incredible accountability to examine those system issues. We need to be here for another 115 years.
Very much. Thank you. Let's go.
The nurses and volunteers who mentored Esther have been summoned to VON head office. They're expecting to be quizzed about the woman who introduced herself as Esther, but a surprising confession is about to be made.
Nice office. Nice office.
Hi, Monique.
Hi.
Hello, Anne.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Esther. How are you?
I'm actually not Esther. You know who I am?
No.
I think it was the lady that was with me in the car.
I am the lady that was with you in the car. I'm Judith Shamian. I'm the CEO of VON Canada.
Oh, my.
Julian, I want to thank you for taking me around. You taught me a lot.
So I'm not fired?
You're definitely not fired. And one of the things that I learned, and we're going to act on, is your concern around scheduling.
Since we moved our office to London, the scheduling, some things have been going wrong.
We are putting a project in place to make sure that you will be able to manage your schedule. And hopefully it will save you a lot of telephone time and telephone bills. I want to make sure that you have time to have lunch.
Yeah, and I can look after the patients more if I'm not spending so much time on the phone.
Absolutely. I have a couple of more surprises for you. We are going to bring you and your wife to Ottawa for a weekend. The Scotiabank helped us to get you a box in your choice of a hockey game. And the Westin Hotel will provide you with a few nights in the hotel.
We never get to do stuff like that. That is amazing.
And I have one more thing.
Oh, okay.
You told me that you collect stamps. And I'm going to share with you one of our family collections that I think you will appreciate.
Oh, the nursing ones.
This is from 1955. When they were celebrating Florence Nightingale. And in addition to that, I also wanted to give you an envelope and the commemorative stamp of the 100th anniversary of the Canadian Nurses Association. So this is my gifts to you from my family because we share that love of stamps.
Oh, can I It feels really good to be recognized for the hard work that I do, but also that everyone, all the nurses do.
Angela, I had a great time with you. Your love of learning was just shining through everything that you talked about. So I want to make sure that we help you to take some more courses that you're interested in.
That would be really good. Thank you. I didn't expect this.
There is one more thing I would like to do for you. I watched how hard you work, and I would like to send you and your husband for a weekend in New York, all expenses paid,
so you can enjoy some time together, so you're not always taking care of other people.
Oh my God, that's awesome. These things don't happen to me. Well, you can knock me over with a feather. I'm feeling like rubber. Healthcare doesn't get what they deserve, and she's going to raise the awareness big time. And I'm honored to be part of this process.
Hi, Monique. I had the best time.
Oh my.
You and your team are unbelievable.
Oh, wow.
You made me dance. And I learned so much. And I really want to do some things for you. You have my commitment to try to mobilize our resources and get a van.
Oh, my dear.
Because what you do is just unbelievable.
Wow. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna cry.
And then I have one other surprise for you. For you and for your husband. You told me that you guys didn't have your honeymoon.
Oh.
And both of you work so hard, and you don't get to spend time together. So I will be making it possible for you to go on a Caribbean cruise.
Oh.
Compliment of the Princess Cruise and the Expedia Cruises Company of Etobicoke.
Oh. Thank you. Oh my goodness. To be recognized and have the support for what I'm doing is incredible. It's something that I haven't had enough of in my past, and it's just amazing.
Anne and Stephen, you demonstrate everything that we dream about and everything that people talk about for 115 years about VON.
Fantastic, yeah.
I want to get you a GPS that you can program in where you're going, and it will take you there. One of the things that you talk to me about is how important it is to recruit volunteers.
Yes. And recognize them.
I want to create a volunteer advisory committee, and you are my first 2 members of the committee.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
I need to learn from you how we can recruit more volunteers. I also want to do some things for you personally. You are such an incredible couple.
Oh, no, we're just ordinary.
And you talked about how much you like golf. So I got you VIP tickets through a generosity of one of our board members in Toronto, Gary Ursel, for the RBC Canadian Open for you.
Wow.
And some hotel nights, so you can go and be in the VIP lounge.
Whoa.
I thought you would really enjoy it. Your story, Anne, about your life in Europe.
Oh, gosh.
Really resonated with me.
Oh, gosh.
And no child should go hungry. The VON Canada board gives me a bonus every year, which I don't use, but I spend the money on good causes. And this year, I'm going to use that money to establish a fund in your honor, the Anne and Steve Hubert Fund, that will buy thousands of snacks for children in Windsor and provide additional hot meals for seniors.
You embarrass us.
No, it's recognizing the incredible contributions that you have made, and I wish I could do it for everyone, but I was privileged to be with you.
I'm sorry.
You're special. You both are special.
Oh,
and to spend the day with you.
I just felt so good right away when I saw you, honestly.
Thank you.
This is a wonderful thing to happen to us. I can't tell you what it means to us.
We're so honored.
Honored,
the generosity
very honored.
and that the VON thought enough to do that for us.
I'm privileged.
All you have to do is care.
Thank you. This was unbelievable. This was a game changer. And I think going undercover helped me to be very much focused on the men and women in the front line and making sure that their voice is heard at the boardroom.